Fuck. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. You went out, baby? Come on. Alright, chat. Let's get started. This is a sign from the, whatever. I wanna be the one today, and I just wanna, because if it was easy, then everyone would have it, right? Yeah. Good. Thing. And I want to give y'all a little bit of, a little bit of understanding if you're stuck in that place and you cannot find a way out, actually, and that you think you should quit whatever you're doing, or you think it's not meant for you. I don't know, but I'm here for that. Alright? I'm here to help you through that. So just give me a second and just listen. Okay? I'm gonna give you my little bit of my story and how things were and what to do and just advice, right? Just advice about careers and, alright. So, yeah, look at me here today. I just want to start this off by saying I appreciate every single one of you guys. And as we keep growing and keep going up, that I am beyond thankful for you guys, because the true supporters, they know who they are. And even the people that stopped by one time and never come back, they still supported me. Even if they liked a video or, liked a short and they never came back, right? That's support. But on to the next thing. I appreciate every single body, every single person that shows me support in any kind of way. And I just want to say, on to the next thing. Me sitting here in front of a camera right now, I know this was very unexpected to me, that I would actually be doing this, and this feeling like I'd be showing up to work, right? Like, I feel like this is going to be my job right here. This is what me and you. This is what it feels like. It feels like this is going to be my job one day, for some reason. And I want it to be, because there's no other better job than entertaining. And, and just, I want to get one thing off real quick. I started over on Twitch, streaming, ever since I was probably like, 8th grade? Freshman in high school. And it took me to amount only 660, 670 followers on Twitch. And that was me constantly promoting it in Discords and, and me being live 24/7 when I could be. Back when I didn't have a job and for 6 months and I was grinding Twitch. I made the mistake by, grinding Twitch instead of YouTube, because I guarantee you if I would have grinded YouTube like I did Twitch in the beginning of 2024, back at Chapter 5 Season 1, all the real ones know what that time of life felt like, bro, in that season. Unbeatable. in my opinion. Unbeatable. Game was so much fun. The snipers, all of that. AR, the what was it? I can't. It's the other Scar. It's it's the one with the attachments, bro. Dang, man. Am I getting this old already? Chat. But yeah, that season I played. I ended up playing like, I think that was a breakup season too for me. Either that, yeah, I think it was. Wait, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I think season 3. No, it was. No, it was the start of chapter 6 actually when that breakup happened. But yeah, I just want to say that when I grinded on Twitch for about like years. I wouldn't say grinded every day consistent, but there was a time period of like 5-6 months, 7-8 months, maybe even a full year, where I may have went every other day at some times, but mostly every day streaming on Twitch. And I only gained, what, close to 700 followers through the end, ever since middle school. And it took me 2 months to start posting on YouTube. 2 months. And it took us 2 months, guys. And we're already here at 200K in a little over 2 months. And I don't even know how it happened, but I just want to say thank you guys. And we got so much more to come. And we're about to hit 2,000 subscribers. We're about, I think, 23 or 22 subs away currently right now as I'm recording this. And yeah, it's like, but my biggest thing to you guys would be to, especially if you guys are in school, right? Like me, for me, I had this dream always right here, what I'm doing right now, when I was in school, every single day, except for the weekends, right? Every single day, for years, leading up through high school. I'd say 7th grade is really when I started this dream, like started getting this vision of this is what I wanted to do. And for a while, it was, I never knew how to start, right? But, you know, it's like I need to lock in, right? It's like, I need to lock in. So, I figured out how to do it. I figured out what the best way was to do it, and that was YouTube Shorts, right? But now I'm onto the long form content, like right now, right? Yeah, I know, my chair's all, yeah, I know, chat, I know. Don't need to roast me for it, alright? I'm getting a new chair soon, I'm planning on it. But, I just want to say, if you're in school and you have a dream like this to be a content creator or a streamer, and you have 0 followers, and you're just starting, and everyone says, oh, you're not going to be anything in life, you're just going to be homeless, right? Homeless in the streets, not successful. Because you didn't choose to work a 9-to-5 your whole life. You know, I have come to an understanding over the past probably year or so, right? Probably the past year, right? Of me sitting here and just understanding what a 9-to-5 really is, because how I used to look at it whenever I would look at my like gaming career that I would want, right? My gaming career, Chat. I would just think, oh, it'd just be shit on a 9 to 5, right? Because it's just you show up, you clock in, you're basically a slave working for money at a 9 to 5, right? That's why I hated it. But what I just realized over the past couple months is me working at Taco Bell right now is the reason I'm probably gonna blow up and be a YouTuber one day, because and a streamer and be big like FaZe and all them, right? My dream is to meet them one day, right? And hang out with them and collab and do all that fun stuff, and that's my dream. But my second dream, all the YouTubers I watched growing up, right? Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, Mr. Beast. I mean, I wasn't really growing up, but I was in middle school, like when his videos started popping off, right? Mr. Beast, I wouldn't say he's that nostalgic, but yeah, you got H2O Delirious, Bluey, all of them, right? GTA, but what I do want to say is, if you are in school, I know I've said this about probably 3 times already, but I'm just trying to get you guys to understand as long as possible and as best as possible. I know I'm yapping, but I promise I'm not yapping for nothing. I used to be that person, right? That was in school. I used to be that person in school that had the dream to be a streamer, a content creator, other than the 9 to 5 the school wants you to go for, right? College, go get a degree, go work a 9 to 5 the rest of your life, right? Me, I saw that, and luckily, I learned at a young age that college is 98% a scam, right? It's gonna put you in debt, you're gonna have no money, all you'll have is a degree. And you're not even guaranteed that job with that degree. Because they still have to accept you, you know what I mean? Like, you still have to keep the job. But, if you're that person in school right now that is being told your dream that you have in mind that you want to do when you're older and out of high school like me, and that dream is a content creator, whatever it is, right? Which I don't think there's very many careers outside of 9 to 5s besides streaming and YouTube and I mean, you got TikTok, TikTok, Snapchat. You got Snapchat influencers now, but I don't really know how that works. But social media, I'll just say social media, right? For a long time, I was always being told, like, whenever they'd ask me in high school, what do you want to do when you graduate after high school? What do you want to do, right? What do you want to do, Jacob? And for the longest time, my answer would be, I don't know. You know why it would be, I don't know? Because if I told them what it really was, which was this, which I did end up telling them that once I did start streaming and picking up traction a little bit. And it was the same thing. You're going to be a nobody. That's nothing. You're not going to be able to do that. The odds of you making it in that industry, just give up. That's what they would tell me, right? That's what they tell everyone, basically. At least that I assume. I don't know. Y'all could have them supportive counselors, whatever. My counselor, not supportive. And it was constantly always a battle of me choosing what I wanted to do. Officially, like, I remember I had to tell them, bro. I had to tell them something that I wasn't even interested in doing after high school. Just to get them to shut the hell up, right? because they were so concerned about me being a 9 to 5 critter bug, right? But just like everybody else. But if you got that counselor that's telling you can't do it, oh, you're silly, right? You're silly for trying. You're silly for thinking. You're silly for trying to do it. And you're just silly for even taking the time to even care about it. Well, I mean, am I silly now? The fact I have a setup and I'm level 565 and grinding my ass off right now and building my fan base and am going up and up and up. And I'm only growing and growing and growing. Am I, what do you call it? Delusional? Because last time I checked, you have to be delusional to think you can do it. And that's what I am. Because I've put in so much work. And I even remember, this is one example right here. I remember, with me and my ex, right? There was this one day where it was like, there was this 1 week where night shift, right? Which is the shift I work right now, currently. Which, that's my side job, right? And then, well, that's my main job, and then this is my side focus right now, right? Until this takes off, and then I can quit that job, right? That's my plan. But, as I was saying, we had this week, right? We're already short staffed, right? We had this week where there was like 2 or 3 people out. One was in the hospital with pneumonia. Love you, Mike. It's for you in the future, because I know we won't be around much longer. At least that I don't know, but people come and go, and you're one hell of a worker, Mike. And I appreciate you and your service for this country. I know I haven't told you, but I think you know that, and I don't have to tell you. But he was in the hospital with pneumonia that week, and we were so short on people. We had like not like one, but like it was literally me. And I knew nothing. I knew nothing at this point, right? All I knew was sweeping and doing dishes, right? I knew nothing because nobody would teach me, right? Because the training just sucked. And it was, I had already been there for like a month, right? Or 2 months, almost. Month and a half. Yeah, month and a half. And, so I'd just be basically that useless, worthless person to that place when I'd be there. And that's why it would just be so like dreary and just like dreadful, because there's a difference when you know you can do something but you can't, but you want to, and it makes you look lazy because you aren't doing anything. I know like almost everything now, right? I've learned it, and I can't do it on my own, but I'm familiar with it, right? But yeah, and I worked, I think it was 8 days in a row that week, going into the following week until he came back, or until we actually got more people scheduled, because I was getting called in like every night, every day, right? Getting a text, hey, can you come and help out tonight? Need somebody, right? Need somebody. And I still have yet to this day not said no to a work call or work text. Because that's just who I am. I've grown into a man. And showing up to work day in and day out is one of my priorities right now, because I have a car to pay off, and, you know, I have a setup to eventually get one day for you guys, right? And, yeah, but back with the whole thing with the X and stuff, right? About how it got so bad and me putting in so much work here on YouTube with the shorts and stuff that, I remember I was barely sleeping. I was barely even sleeping ever. Like, I was so miserable that week. So miserable. I remember I had to go to my ex's house, right? My girlfriend at the time. And take her mom to the hospital. Or for her appointment or whatever. Whatever happened, something with her eye, I don't know. But we go to Taco Bell, right? Which is where I work. And we get food. And then we go and pick her up. And I remember sitting in the dining room. And keep in mind, she was mad at me this day. She was, like, mad at me because I didn't sleep. Because I was streaming and, you know, getting clips for you guys. And, yeah, but as soon as I pulled up, like, whenever I was on the way to her house, we were on legit, like, horribly arguing terms, right? Like, just pissed off at each other, right? And, as soon as, I got there and pulled in, she got in, had an attitude, you know, didn't say barely anything, maybe said 2 words and that was it, besides me asking which way we're going to the hospital from her house or whatever, you know? But then, once we got to Taco Bell and dropped her off and then, you know, started talking and, no, I remember what it was. I was like, I don't feel heard, and I don't feel, you know, prioritized in having my words heard at all, right? And you're gonna understand how I feel, right? That's what I told her. And so when we dropped her mom off, I was like, okay. So she was like, okay, go ahead, start talking, right? And it was just on and on. I was at the point, like, I don't think I slept in 2 days, like 2 or 3 days prior to that. And all the stress from all those nights being so short on people and just being overwhelmed, it's chaos, just everything, right? Glad that's over now, right? But, as I was saying, we are driving to Taco Bell, and I start talking, and I just, it was so bad, I just started spilling, and I'm like, you don't even understand, it's me stressing over my career, and wondering if I'm gonna be able to, you know, make it, right? Because this was when I was getting, like, no views, right? Like, 200 views a video, not even that, like, once every 5 videos, right? 200 views, that was it. And then all the others would get 1, 2, 0, right? And I remember telling her, like, I just want to cry so bad. I want to cry so bad right now. And that's how you know it's bad, when someone can genuinely tell just by your voice and, you know, how you speak it, right? Because her angry, like, you know, I'm mad at you, it went gone, right? She starts hugging me and, you know, And I'm sitting there about to cry, telling her that I'm so stressed out over YouTube and streaming and getting clips every night and working all the time. And, you know, I feel like that was peak, though. That was definitely peak, for sure, of, you know, of what's coming to go, right? It's already came and it's already gone, right? I haven't had a moment like that in a while, right? Or at all.